just don't be. Basically, yeah. So that's how the main screen looks. So far, is it looking spooky? Are we enjoying it so far? I hope you guys are enjoying it. That being said, let me know if the audio is good. I have everything here, like, I can put it to max. If you guys want, just kidding, I won't. Hold on, I'm gonna put up the volume just a little bit to 0.75%, because I have looked back at the VOD on my Honkai Star Rail stream, and the audio was a little bit quieter than usual. So I hope for now it's gonna be good and just enough sounds for you guys. All right. So the gameplay, there's quick time events, by the way, in this game. So just mini games, seriously, just like to get you more immersed into the story, as well as difficulty, which is fucking unreal in a visual novel, no less. So, but I'm gonna keep it a stack, you know, we're just here to read the story, and you guys get to feel immersed and stuff, so I'm gonna keep it on easy mode, just for you guys. Now, I don't know what run in the background for gameplay wise means. But I'm still gonna be leaving it that. Text speed, I'm gonna move it down an instant. Skip mode, classic, instant. Skip stop set. Let's do it like that. Let's see what's gonna jump you more, the scene or queue time events. I guess we'll find out. Display, everything is on high. You guys should probably be having the best kind of quality there is for this game. Oops. There we go. And without further ado, let's start. So grab yourself some blankets. Grab yourself something to eat, and just hope you guys enjoy the reading session. Let's go. Perfect. Prologue. The Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hallowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse, still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. ... Good luck. We start off with the first character, which is Isabelle.
Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you?
A familiar, jittering voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose! I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that! They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up.
Yeah, the famous last words. Yeah, they always say that, but then, oop, actually something does happen. Oh, shock.
Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
She hangs up before I can respond. So there is like a journal section, and you can pretty much just learn about each character, about who they are, what they work for, their nationality, just pretty much everything. So just for the basics, I am going to read out about the character so you guys can familiarize with her a little bit more. So this is Isabella. She's 26, and she is educated in fine arts. She is the third child among 7, daughter of a laundry woman and a jeepney driver. She went to a public school and was an average student, but took it to heart easily. Eventually, she pursued a degree in fine arts, as encouraged by her father. However, when the man diagnosed with a terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. It was Isabella's aunt who helped her get work overseas in order to earn more money than any local job could get her. Rose Cooper became her mentor as soon as she started as an agent at BRC. So it's the BRC, the company that is currently selling out the mansion. It had been 5 years since she met her neighbor, Rebecca. She met Ashton during an unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Devlin Court, and later, Zachary through him. So it's like other characters in the story that we can then later on find out. There's also like a timeline for like to keep track of what happened on certain days. But I don't think we're going to be holding on to the journal and looking back at it every once in a while. I think the story can just speak for itself. She hangs up before it can respond. Rose, still charming as ever.
Who was that?
I look up from my phone to see Rebecca. Becca, giving me a question look. Questioning.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
The one who trained you? You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about? Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
True. As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out ever since you got assigned to it. I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
I'm back. What is this lovely anime saga? Oh, Busalo. You weren't here where I've been describing everything what's happening? I guess you'll just have to read back to it. I'm kidding. So basically, the story starts about the prologue. There was this mansion. It was lively in the Middle Ages, and eventually it broke down, and because of the curse that's been spreading around the mansion. And now I'm playing as Isabel, currently, one of the workers at the agency that is currently trying to sell that same mansion in the current timeline. And she's now talking to one of her neighbors, Becca. I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
Becca!
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating junk! They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
Can I drop a joke during this reading sections? I don't know, really. Well, you could, obviously. Other people are going to read it, but I don't think I'm going to pay much attention to it because I don't want to break the immersion for people when they're listening to it, you know?
You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Here we go again, and now we've come to my first choice of the game. So most of the stuff here that you choose, every choice does matter in some respect, because there's not only the choices of routes with having their multiple endings, but there's also the routes for the relationship between all the characters that you play as. And every choice that you make does affect your relationship with them. So I'm gonna be nice for a change. Not for a change, but like, I'm always nice, come on.
Hey! I eat other things too!
Relationship. Now we can look at the relationship status and we can see how everyone treats Isabella. And see, since I made the correct choice, the relationship went up like a plus. And we can see what the relationship is with other characters as well. So, pretty cool. I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster. The same ones I'd use with my younger siblings when they're being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. She even went a little green on the last one. I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
Oh my god. Isabel.
Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year. In any case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. When she turns her attention back to me, there's only warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do with you?
She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly, if I'm looking for the exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing. Didn't I tell you before? You're always free to reheat my leftovers.
Your leftovers, girl? Or I need some work, not gonna lie. True, she needs some monster energy drinks. Someone stole her, Rick? Yep.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. That's so true, though. That is a fact, which is why I've stopped genuinely just going out of my way to, like, attempting to, like, offer people to, like, take my money for something. And then I get nothing in return because deep down I do expect something back, you know? Or if it's the other way around, like I don't pay for something and I'm just like, well, fuck me, I guess. I got an unpaid debt to you and I have no way of giving it back to you, you know? Well, anyway. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements when she takes a quick glance at something behind me snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan, sorry. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant, and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever's on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. This is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself, so she's selfless.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I lever her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it wearily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out on the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently everyone in Lugsbarn City knows it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you a cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes for the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has ways of messing up things like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ears and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again, anyway.
Rose?
Guess again.
That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Nothing good comes out at 2 a.m., boys? What about 3 a.m.? Isn't that the devil's hour? Why specifically 2 a.m.? Or is it because it's 2 a.m. for you guys right now?
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village. I'm on my way there right now, actually.
That makes more sense.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Whatever. Bye.
Stupid Ash hole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Yet, despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anslow Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out on promptly handing him the fare with an apologetic look. I expect him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after me, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get that bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it, however, while my own copy of the keys dangle uselessly in my hand. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gapping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
Oh my god, there was even an echo. I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
You could speak closer to the mic? Okay, I can get a little bit closer. My voice echoes softly through the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I search for my phone and dial her number. But...
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
What do you mean it has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her number again, hoping the call will connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But to no avail. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose! This isn't funny! You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny! I'm leaving you if you don't come out! Not coming out, huh?
Fine, I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I try contacting her number again. Come on, please, give me something. Please, Lord. Yes, finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
I'm sick.
What? The attic? Why?
Crap. It got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever. I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being there. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate, instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. It reaches out to the two major wings of the mansion, the east and the west wing. There are two attics here, one on each side, but the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it less likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms, so I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with every step. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the lights streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they don't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Sheesh, they did it with the rest of the house. The small bedroom welcomes me at the end. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here. Full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Ugh. Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of the estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Ugh, shut up, brain. You're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. Which if she's not here, then where is she? What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who's more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like...
A letter?
Dun dun dun. Lying on the ground, just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But with great care I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What? What? Oh my god.
Help me, help me, help me, help me. Nothing but the words "help me" filled the page. All of it, seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on until... Send this to 5 people or else.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the paper on the back and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. Be brave and look up, close eyes, and pray. Chat, what do you want me to do? I'm gonna leave that choice up to you. You want me to look up? But maybe she wants to pray. You guys want to look up? I will look up. Also, ad is going to start in 1 minute and 20 seconds, but I'm going to snooze it just for you guys. Oh, sorry. There's snooze for 5 minutes. Well, let's look up then. Be prepared. I need to face it. Whoever, whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. A cold comfort. So with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my gaze upwards.
Please, don't hurt me! No!
Without thinking, I scramble towards the door. I struggle to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord! Make it go away!
Why now? Why won't it open now? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. I'm locked in. Locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
It slowly approaches me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. Yes. The door finally swings open, and I couldn't have been happier. Wasting no time, I leap out the door and don't look back. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. By the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase, my chest feels so tight like it's going to burst. But that's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and... my shoe slips and I find myself falling. Speak louder, closer, deaf. Sometimes the action is too loud, can hear you. Let me turn up the volume. How about now? Is the volume okay? Even if I'm not very close to the mic, is it fine? Or do I just need to lower down the voice of the audio? Okay, good. Okay, good. Did you broke the door? Yeah, I think she broke the doorknob. My shoe slips and I find myself falling. Until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
No. Go away.
The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. A buzz breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just wanted to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Come on. Can't I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek, and something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella? Isabella? Oh, can you hear me? Isabella?
The fog immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me, is Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture it just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face, or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump has already formed, if the light ache in the area indicates anything.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12 teen. No, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her. What with the way she towers over us? And here I thought Rose is already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? With how primally dressed she is, I don't think anyone will want to clean in a suit, an expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. Ad starts in 15 seconds, guys, so just be aware. I am gonna pause a little bit here and let you guys go through the ads, and after the ads finish, we're gonna continue on, because I don't want you guys missing out on anything. 3, 2, 1, boom. And the ads usually go for like 2 minutes or so. So I'll take that time to ask you what you guys think about the game so far. Hydrate, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I honestly, at that exact moment where it gets very intense, I don't know if it's okay for me to like go into the character. Like, do I start when I start reading very fast, like in immersion wise, like as if I'm in that situation myself? Are you guys okay with me attempting to read very fast and intensely, like, or do you want me to just continuously read like what I read normally, the text, when it's just normal things? I don't know if I'm making sense. When the action kicks in, raise your voice to match the energy. Okay. Now I kind of feel a bit bad that I didn't sound very loud during that segment. Damn it. I should have lowered down the volume of the game then. But that's the thing with this mixer. It's very tough to minimize it to the point where my voice is at the same level as the voice of the game, because I don't want it to go too high, because otherwise your ears are gonna start bleeding from the screeching. But I think for the future encounters, I will speak a little bit closer to the mic, if not a little bit louder. Okay, head break ends in 2 minutes, so there we go. The game volume is loud and jumpy good. Yeah, it does that. Like they know their way around sound effects, and it's very exhilarating and very exciting. And like I said, this game has like a shit ton of endings. Like the route is insane. This feature shows the outline of your current chapter and has content that others might deem as spoilers. Well, I'm not gonna wait it here until after we finish the Isabel's whole journey, because the game I believe does have a demo, and the demo is just entire chapter of Isabel. So it's probably the shortest out of all the other chapters. Therefore, It kind of lets people like decide whether they want to continuously feel immersed into the story more to buy the game fully, or if they're fine with just this one chapter alone. Because there are a lot of like choices in here that can determine both the relationship of characters and the path that they go from here on out. And the choices that you make in the previous chapters do affect how they appear in later chapters. So that's what I love about this game. So treat it as like a Detroit Become Human game. Every choice has a consequence in some way or another. Even if it's like a relationship worth choice, it's still quite effective. And that's what I enjoy about choice making games. When choices actually matter. That's when I feel proud in the money that I put in those games. Alright. The ad should be ending in 25 seconds, so I'm gonna give it about like 10 more seconds and then we can continue reading. Alright, welcome back everybody from the ad break. Let us continue onwards. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I eye them both warily, but I recite everything as she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you alright?
Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory is a little fuzzy, but the attic and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I'm done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose that bonus BRC promised, but that's completely besides the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay!
The two of them exchange a worried glance and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bit my lower lip in anticipation. If she says no...
Alright, you in.
A smile threatens to sleep out for me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is, but not in the scary, negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. At our lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat at the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Marianne McCulloch. She hands Rose her business card. Interior designer. The words interior designer catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then. I won't hold it against her, though. Despite the hearsays and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing? After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a heaven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please...
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I turn it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah, right? She hired me to handle the interior design for their new home.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but...
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. Suddenly, Rose nudges me with her elbow. We'll check with our supervisor, I don't know. I believe this choice determines my relationship with Marianne. So currently, it's pretty normal, but this choice may determine... I'm just gonna go with straightforward. We'll check with our supervisor. Oh, there we go. It was a plus. Cool. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion clouding it.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she returns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I've finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, should surely understand.
I thought something looked odd. Excuse me, I need to call my secretary.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also didn't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number to our Luxborn office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. I will be very frustrated if for some reason something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss Mikala returns, looking a little frustrated but with an apology clear in her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all its trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive.
She sounds like Caitlin. Yeah, that's true, but it's the accent that's giving it away.
And Isabella? I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
And hurry! We've still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
Okay, got it.
The two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings with it a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone, like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ. And if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm, its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. Okay. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or under duress standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day in this. They are murmuring among themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wonder to me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Miss Mikala also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Ah, they must be the clients she was talking about. I might have seen their faces somewhere before, some magazine or the television? I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news, one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already have. For people who are popular, though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wondering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind, though. And if I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions, I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they are a brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. The matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are, indeed, a couple. Hi, Breach. Welcome in. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of canceling the list. I just hope one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave enough and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so, with papers in hand, I lead the way. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going ooh and ah over one thing or another, they ask questions. From how the restoration process went to the history of the place, I answer them all, more than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. Not a good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxborn knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I've stopped talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, ma'am. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
The rest of their conversation gets lost in the chatter of our companions. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, please, please let these guys be the one. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of comfort has been put in retaining the room's classical appeal. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. And mad props to the cleaning crew. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks, and how much of a pain in the ass cleaning this will be, they still managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Oh, don't say anything yet! An underground wine cellar!
This is the first time the guy in gray speaks up, Mr. Luke Wright, my memory supplies from the forms they signed earlier. His sudden attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in this place. But this time something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. What's so interesting about a basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. Right now he just gives me the impression of a child who has seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way. My younger siblings especially. On a grown man? It's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Truly? And the room? How was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar have been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a contemplative expression on Mr. Rye's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest, even if only a little. I smile to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score! I can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room in the ground floor and are heading to the parlor. Funny, the first time BRC had us survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now, I can't even bring myself to care no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale? When we reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break down in a cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we've prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
I'll let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I've probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in a silent prayer, until a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there?
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you! Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker! Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hannah. Call me Hannah. I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she has tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hannah. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Oh.
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon, and it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
I try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss Spicala, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and... What's this?
Oh shit. A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I need to turn on my window because it's getting a little bit hard to breathe here in this room.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But with the way Ma'am Hannah's leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
A smile is back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The sides crinkle in my grip and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place, because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter and that woman in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without looking like I've gone mad? Should I even tell them? What do you guys think I should do? Don't they think they're crazy? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. I feel like not showing her the letter, because like the letter itself says show to 5 people or else, like something bad's gonna happen. And if I show it to her, then she's probably gonna get cursed. I think I'm not gonna show her the letter.
Rose,
The words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her, I really do. But is she going to believe me? She already dismissed me earlier. It's a concussion, she said. It's not. There really is something in this house, in that attic, in that letter. It's going to go after us. Please believe me.
Dear me, is Isabel alright?
Okay, so that was a plus on Marianne's side. Ma'am Hannah's voice breaks through the haze, beginning to cloud my mind. Rose is looking down on me, worry etched on her features. I didn't even notice when she removed the wrinkled paper from my hands and pushed me down to sit on a nearby chair. From the edge of my vision, I can almost make out Miss Mikala asking a passing food server for a glass of water. Through it all, Miss Wright stands in the sidelines. Although curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene than help. They're all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever's in this house is just a hoax. A cautionary tale for children.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
She offers me a drink when I push it away. I need to get out of here before I cause an even bigger commotion. Clear my head, take a breath of fresh air. Anything to take my mind off things. No one is going to believe me anyway.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler, eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless, more as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can, but I have the snagging feeling that one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly, and we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
She clasps her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. I do understand, to some extent. Doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself at the unlucky turn of the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means!
At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies gathered some way across from me is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, and occasional laughter and teasing here there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that I'll ever accept the latter, personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Well, whatever way works. A free ride is still a free ride. The Rose is offered too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects, and...
Shit! Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me.
What?
How loud is this thing even? Lie. I'm a cool dude.
The sharp ringing fills the entire hall, disrupting the pleasant quiet that has settled. Soon enough, heads begin to turn in search of the source, mine included. My eyes dart around the small crowd before zeroing in on a lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people checking out the decors a moment ago. He's facing away from me, fumbling with something in his hands. But I don't see his face to know whose back it is. But I need to see his face to know whose back it is. Now, why'd recognize that dumb Barca anyway? Without bothering to end the call, I marched towards him. After what happened today, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Of all the times to...
Ashton Frey!
What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for having not recorded.
Ah!
He jumps, lets out an undefined yelp, followed by his phone slipping out from his grip. It bounces from one hand to the other in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone and the floor, but it's not every day that you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then in a too quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. Did you play Doki Doki Literature Club yet? I've already played it. I played it like years ago. In another universe where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable. Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way! Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the cannery. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches seems to be a more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash?
I could be looking to buy a house.
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. In my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll just drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he has helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? He'll never believe, even if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. Ashhole! What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the shifting atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. I don't look back. She's afraid of him making fun of her than a ghost? Yeah, she just... she's that kind of person. We spent the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjoint hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume. But otherwise, he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside it, and a small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses me something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry!
A glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprises there. I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. Not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of these things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years, growing up. Thanks. Then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledged nod, Ash doesn't say anything after the small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really no different from the typical open house.
When I'm alone, I'm also afraid of real people. I'm more afraid of real people than a supernatural. Well, I'm alone and it's like 2 AM in the dark, and after I play a game like this, surely I'm more scared about the supernaturals. I'll tell you that much.
On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to 3. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Becca, probably?
Rebecca.
Yep.
Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh. That kind that screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Why, of all times, did I have to screw up like that, in front of an important customer, no less? I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
I meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold and my own heartbeat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
You're very good at keeping secrets from a detective, Isabel.
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
I can't answer that. At least not without revealing everything that took place in the attic. Lie to him, change the subject? I feel like if I lie to him, then the relationship is just gonna go down.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
Oh, Ashton is a plus. Let's go.
That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
I know exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it or because he's just really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descension, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. If you lie, do you have to keep lying, just like IRL? Yup, probably. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash is taking the longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It'll only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash.
Alright. Lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are the trimmed down version, only things he can't tell, he has always been careful about that. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining, regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea is still there. Along with countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrived. The Left Fest short for Luxburn Independent Film and Theater Festival attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting a confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already put a grin on my face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with a large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard. Once, early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller, so as to not bump or accidentally hit anyone. If he feels sleepy, you can go to the rest sky if you want. Part of me was attempting to recommend to like, oh, you can fall asleep to listening to my stream, but you never know with this game since it's horror themed. I don't want you getting jump scared while you're sleeping. But I don't think there's going to be any creepy sections in this far into the game. But if you want to go to sleep, then you should go to sleep. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Okay, that was a little bit cringe. The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Yo, stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
Oh, he was trying to act... Okay. Okay, got it. I got it. I didn't get that part, but now I got it. Gotta keep listening. Okay. There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended. But years of friendship and familiarity has made these words harmless to the other's ears. Or at least enough for both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
A beat passes, and then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Every now and then Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Becca and I never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Ah well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella! Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true. They've known each other far longer than any of us in the group, childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie.
Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
Becca! You're just in time!
I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face.
How are you? Are you alright?
Oh, there's an ad starting in 1 minute, guys, so just be aware. Once it starts, I am going to pause a little bit to let the ads go through, and once they are finished, then we're going to continue reading, because I don't want you guys missing out on anything.
Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have my family living close by, and the only other relative I have here works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I put Becca's hands away from my face. Though she lets go, her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no! Everyth's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in a place of trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for the set area. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Alright, the ad is starting, so I'm going to pause here for a few seconds and get myself a drink while the ad's rolling. I kind of expected that it would get a little bit exhausted reading so much, especially out loud. I'm used to, whenever I'm reading like a visual novel, I'm used to just reading in my mind. It's a lot more quicker. But speaking, man, really draws out the energy for me, Alright, oops, I almost knocked down my candle. Cost a lot of energy for speaking loud, yeah. Even your jaw can start to hurt after yapping so much. But louder, I mean, just get your mic closer. Ugh, again. Yeah, do I just... How about I just lower down the law volume a little bit of the game itself? Or just the... Or are the characters talking a little bit too loudly? Is that why? I can lower them down a little bit. Because I do have a habit of just like walking away strictly from the mic. Every time I told you to fix it, then slowly slips away. Yeah, it's because I keep fixing my position every time I read. Like I lean forwards a little bit, then I want to lean back in my chair a little bit, almost as I'm like, you know, on a pillow, and then my microphone's just a little bit away. I am keeping track of the mixer, like making sure that my voice is at least reaching the yellow bar and not too high. Get your mic and arm, I guess. I do have an arm. I do have an arm. And I'm constantly like, you know, if you can hear it. That's just a few wires connected, and I just constantly move around a little bit if I can. But this should be fine. Alright, 1 minute and 30 seconds more in the ads, and then we gotta wait a little bit. I don't know, maybe I like people speaking in my ears. I'm sure you like a little bit of ASMR from time to time. I know you listen to a few streamers, especially when you're tired. 50 seconds on the ad. I'm being aware for those who do have ads. Too bad I use speakers and not headphones. Oh my god. My voice be echoing through your entire room. Okay, the ads are back. Welcome back everybody from the ads. Let's continue onwards. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
BRB, the bull is calling me. He wants some... Have fun, Breach. Have fun.
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cuts through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When, at last, she releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance, I immediately tackle her into a hug.
Thanks, Becca!
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself off from Becca to get my wallet from my bag and...
What's this?
Oh shit. It's already in Ash's hands before I can even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I try to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive on my own height, but right now I really wish I had that advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They're still shaking, but I hang into them regardless. The awful, sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone, please. Today's turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see. I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way.
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop. Even I am surprised with how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed. You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hand and stuffed it back in my bag with more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out of the open house I'm supposed to be hosting, my friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head begging for attention I can't afford to give right now. Honestly, there's so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in bed, and never think about today. But before I can take a single step away from the group...
Guys!
Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hearing him take on that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant. Also, he's been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca, too. I'm pretty sure there's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet, despite Zach's attempts to lighten things up, or Ash's and Becca's can't fucking spell that word. Becca's acquiescing gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself at least. Went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might not have turned out the way they did. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless. So careless. Maybe leaving is the better decision for all of us? Okay, so... From what I remember, if I stay for the movie, there's going to be a larger, like, a section to read. But if I go home, then it lowers down the relationship status with a few of them. So what do you think? What do you guys think I should do? I'm going to let you guys decide. Stay for the movie. It's been months. That's a good point. Zachary and Ashton went up, Rebecca's went down. She keeps on insisting that I'll go home. Like she doesn't want to worry about me at all. Any other day, I'd excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach, something he worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with the few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. And what if the thing in the attic follows me home? I don't want to be left with my thoughts earlier. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me? There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look back at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
This time, I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. Stupid Ash, being vertically challenged has its perks too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She didn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at that, the same question likely swimming inside our minds. Did something happen in school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food, I promised.
As the always going home early person, don't go home too early. Yep.
But you'll miss it!
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember?
Oh god, I really want to go to the cinema with some popcorn, some food, and some drinks and watch like a movie in the evening. I miss those days when I could do that with my friends. But now everyone's just gone their own ways. Sad.
I'll be in there soon.
One friendly tap on the shoulder and then he's gone. A few moviegoers are still miling over. Some are still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me when Ash gestures for the two of us to head inside.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
Somehow, halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zach was the one who brought it up again. And his own movie's premiere. Now, the film's just serving as a background noise while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we don't end up arguing about it again. We'd all get kicked out for sure. Though with how loud Ash's voice is, we'll probably get thrown out way before any argument happens. Only Becca still remained engrossed in the movie, completely ignoring us. She's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I'd think we did something that offended her. Did we?
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
He's one of the smartest people I know, but geez, he should learn to listen. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in these things? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Oh, the house did change hands over the years, from one distinct relative of the Armengards to another. None of them bothered to live it in, though, and it remained the way up until its current owners decided to sell it. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering his suggestion, are you?
Do you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
You'd do that?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
There are few times in my life when I wish my glowers can kill. This is one of those.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
No, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
Ashton, if you don't stop...
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Becca tears her eyes away from the screen at the mention of her name.
Huh? What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. Can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, the scaredy cat here mentioned curses. Not that I'm saying this is one, but talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things, and probably put your fears to rest since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Ash might be right too, however, what Shazak suggested is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me. They're only giving me these suggestions to put my mind at ease, but it's better than being ignored or being laughed at. I can take comfort in knowing they're willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go again. More choices, guys. Do we meet with the priest, which is, I believe, going to be increasing the friendship more for Zach? Or do we meet with a professor, and that's going to put my mind at ease with Ash? Priest, I hate Ash. I didn't take you guys for a religious type. But it's fine, it's fine. Ash is like Ezreal. Easy. Oh, you're dead. Fine, we'll go with the priest.
I'll think about it. But maybe we could go with Zach's idea?
Oh, Zach's got a plus. Okay, cool. I thought with Ashton is gonna go down.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we did something than just stand around. I'll let you know when he's available, Bella.
Hold on, guys. bad. I'm a bad guy, sorry. My mom decided to give me some chocolate-covered nuts. Oh. Oh, good. Zach looks like a lion Sona. He kind of does, doesn't he? He has that very caring personality on him. I believe I can even read the journal, no? Oh, I can only look at the timeline of what happened. And you can see quickly just the TLDR of what happened, basically, previously. Which is kind of nice.
Thanks, Zach. I knew I could count on you.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it. You're not even paying attention yourselves.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we could do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Oh, he's so cute.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I throw her an apologetic look, even if Ash is the one should be reprimanding, but her attention is already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting this way, there's a big chance there's something nagging at her. We really need to talk. We all fall into a comfortable silence after, the kind only you can share with people you're most at ease with. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house. Despite the later hour, the streets are still bustling full of people, those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Walking in the sea of unfamiliar souls, it strikes me how easy it is for the one to get lost in a city as nondescript as Luxborn. I was afraid too, at one point back when I was new and had just set foot on this place. Now, with familiar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Zach and Ash bid us goodbye shortly before Becca and I crossed to the other side of the street. The former claiming he's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before the day ends. And Ash? Who knows? He never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at your doorstep looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much to the latter's frustration. But he's a busy guy too, in spite of the laid-back air he gives off. Hi, Lucens. Hello. Welcome in.
Thanks for today, everyone!
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
Chocolate in action, my man. Oh shit.
Huh?
A sensation. Cold, sickening, drowning. My chest tightening, breathing becoming labored. I can taste blood in my mouth. The edges of my vision blurs. In the distance, amidst the countless, nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. What is this game? I've never heard of it. It's a visual novel called The Letter. It's horror-themed, and the story follows, currently we're on the first chapter, of a girl named Isabel who is attempting to sell a mansion that has been sold out by their original owners, and it's very medieval, and it's haunted. We found a letter in there, and now Isabel is seeing visions, or as we now see currently, someone constantly whispering. She found that letter, and now she accidentally showed it to a few people, and now we, under the assumption that she's cursed, or like they're cursed after seeing that letter. And now it's just a gang after finishing the film, and that's pretty much it. The whole game is about making choices, because like choices do matter in terms of like the route of where the story goes or the relationship of the characters, so that's taken into account. So we're just reading. It started today, and that's it. The Ring, but with the letter. I don't know the ring, so that won't help me. Yeah, I don't really know the ring either. I'm pretending like I know. Like most other things. I'm sorry. But yeah, everything's fine now. So we're just reading it. It's pretty... I'm hoping Chad is entertained by this. Even if I sometimes fuck up the wordings of a few words. In a distance amidst the countless, nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Help me. Pleading, even as I clench my eyes tight and clasp my hands over my ears. Whispering and whispering and whispering. I'm a little fucked right now, so I'm gonna chill here for a bit. What happened? If you don't mind me asking. If you don't want to say it, then that's okay. But I hope you can chill here for a bit. Calling out. Help me, please.
No, not me.
Help me. Somebody. Help me.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At her voice, the whole world suddenly snaps into place. The murmur's gone. When I open my eyes, Becca raises an eyebrow at me in question.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me?
Oh, yeah. Just... okay. Sorry. I spaced out.
You always do that.
I follow her without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance to the far end of the street, where the voice came from, where another set of ears might be staring at me. Nothing. There are only Zach and Ash over us as we head back to where Becca parked her car. If I'm expecting to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show. Try not to think of the tiny pinpricks of fear crawling at the pit of my stomach. It's just booze, to be honest, but I have been a little too empty. Oh, so it's the alcohol. I thought fucked in terms of not literal sense, but like a little bit of like drama. That's what I thought happened. But if you're a little bit under the influence of alcohol, then that's fine. Just get some food in you and drink water, and you'll feel better.
See you guys some other time.
Yeah. See ya.
Another glance, and with a final wave, we go off our own ways. I mean, I did absolutely bomb a test earlier, but I can redo next week, so I gotta send it. Aww, I'm sorry. You'll nail the retake. Don't worry. Usually happens like that. The first time when you do a test, it's usually just, you know, getting to know the test. You know, like getting to know what to expect. It's like a test of a test. You know, you're testing to see what kind of test it is, and then you eventually get ready for the retake. Another glance, and with a final wave, we go off our own ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I heard. I don't want to know. And if this is what would help me sleep tonight, what would give back that normalcy in my life, then so be it. We're on a Saturday. The darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in, and without warning, I'm falling. My eyes snap open. For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Both my back and shoulders ache after I've been fallen asleep all hunched up the night before. See, the test is I gotta recognize what wood I have been given, written its English and Latin names, and then write a bunch of other information about the species. Sounds very tricky and complicated, and just requires a lot of attention. So I have to memorize about 20 or so species, and the thing itself I'll have to just 2 wood blocks, but I gotta be prepared. Well, preparation is key. If it's just something that you have to memorize, then, well, if I were in your shoes, I'd be able to do that. Woodworking. Ah. I know a lot of people. Never mind. Well, hopefully you'll be able to ace it, or next week. You'll do it. Drenched in sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating than comforting. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through my window and allow my breathing to slow down before untangling myself from the pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxborn, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Listen, I'm too gay for this course. Sometimes there's no way to keep a straight face when you start talking about wood grits. It's okay, Lucence. One day you'll get more mature in uni. Uni does that to you. You're currently at the first stage and you're still being a little bit immature, but as time goes on, you're gonna get a little bit more serious. It's fine. It's fine. Just give it time. Not the crazy vivid, but the more pleasant kind I'll tell my siblings about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone. The knowledge that I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
Habit forces me to look over at the clock, even with a soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders and a compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. All uni has given me is a whole lot of alcohol, so I hope you're right. Yeah, when I first started uni, I was a huge, not a mess, but like I was incredibly focused on it. Like I took it too seriously, I think. I would literally wake up and get stressed over literally minor things that I didn't understand. But as time went on, I just realized I gotta find my own way of studying and memorizing stuff. Not memorizing, but like learning. I needed to learn how to, I needed to teach myself or learn myself how to learn properly, if that makes sense. In school, we were just given like memorization, a lot of things to just remember in a few days, the information, something that's going to be tested on. But in uni, you basically find your own way of being taught. Like, they're telling you things, but you learn on your own pace. And now I'm on my last year, and I'm more chilled out than ever, to be honest. Like, I'm laid back about all this. I don't attend any lecture, not all the lectures, because they just don't really benefit me at all. And you just, choose for your own side. I know how my brain works. The bottle I had today wasn't even mine, it was my friend's. I know how my brain works now, so uni should be easier if I can just lock the fuck in. See, I think that's the hardest step. The first and the hardest step is actually starting. Because when you actually start, you kind of just like naturally go in and lock the fuck in, like you say. And then it just slowly becomes to like go further on, and then you eventually actually finish what you needed to do. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Where's my towel?
Admittedly, it's a weekend. As an unspoken rule, that entitles me to extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened. Oh lord, 1 box of donuts as peace offering won't be enough the second time around. Grabbing my towel, I'm already a few short steps away from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bag. There's a moment of indecision at first. My mind conflicted whether I should just ignore or answer. But what if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? Sheesh, in the end, the national part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday peeks out when I pull the device out. Just the sight of it is enough to put me in a foul mood, and it takes every ounce of will for me to ignore it in favor of answering the call. The caller ID reads Mama.
Huh?
It's around 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
I honestly could have been fine today at the test if I got a bit lucky, but I didn't, so I gotta be way more prepared next week. Yeah, you'll do it, it's fine. At least you know what to expect now, and, you'll nail it. Usually it's around noon time here, and I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Better for them to use that money on something else than an international call. Regardless, in the most cheerful tone, I gather.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tired lilt in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I can do for her. But from miles away like this, the least I'm able to do is not make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that'll ever happen. Odds are Kuya Jordan's already out drinking right now. Again. I can't count on my older sister either, knowing she has a family of her own, and, well... 8 Anne's financial situation isn't exactly great right now, having ran herself knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm a bit hesitant to broach. From the way Mama's voice hitches, she doesn't want to bring it up either.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds, but the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with a sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. Now the burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills all rest on my shoulders. Although Mama makes a little, accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the costs of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even expect help from our own government because the health insurance there barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I start to think that the call got cut until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama, you taught me not to lie, yet look at what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Kailan Kauyui? When are you coming home? EG, the youngest, used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definite answer to? 5 years later and I still can't give them a straight one. I smile, though Mama can't see. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other hand, the sound of gates opening, the voice of a child, Iji, talking excitedly about his day at school, the tapping of feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
It ends with a soft click, leaving half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. Closing my eyes for a moment, I take a deep breath and shake away the thoughts beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over these things right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mama forgot to say something.
Mama? Did you forget anything?
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
There's a telltale din of several feet shuffling against the wooden flooring and distinct yelling in the background before Rose cuts the connection. That isn't in any way comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone and finish my shower in record time. I make it to our office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely disheveled and out of breath. If I take into account my usual travel time. Routine clamor common to Briar Realty Corporation Luxembourg office greets me as soon as my foot crosses the threshold. Papers rustling, telephones ringing at sporadic intervals, agents talking at varying volumes, staff moving about, and...
Where the hell is C? Where are my employees? What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without notice!
My boss's words turn muffled as soon as someone else closes the door to his office, likely the work of our HR manager. Throughout the past weeks, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is, half their workload have been shifted to all available staff, so as to not lose clients. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I'll have more to send to my family back home. Although the rumors of a branch closure circulating because of this is, indeed, a bit worrisome. My bag barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, she trusts a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. A page flares away from the top of the pile, and I lean down to pick it up, my eyes scanning the top of the page as I straighten. A purchase and a sale agreement. Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of our visitor lounge when I tilt my head in question. There, seated on a sofa and looking completely out of place in the fumble-decorated room, is the same couple from the day before. The Wrights. Something bubbles up in my throat. Their presence in the office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
She swats at my hand, tugging her sleeve. Although her eyes are aligned with something akin to joy, she wants the sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed yet. Documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there, along with a forbidding feeling I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house.
Hell yes!
I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madame Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible. I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
So they are sus, huh? Yeah, they even paid more than the original pricing is. They're just that desperate for it.
Even with that urban legend?
Rose nods.
Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'd haggle it down to the lowest possible price if I were in their place, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents who are going to receive the hefty commission after all, nothing more. Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, and an unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish what work she left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since it has and has put him in a better mood to the entire office's relief. Ma'am Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lounge. She welcomes me with a bright smile, her movements more open than what one would typically expect from a passing client to have.
Oh, Isabel! How are you feeling? You looked awfully dreadful yesterday.
Isabella, I'm fine now, ma'am. I appreciate your concern.
I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a fairly common name. It shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand them their copy of the agreement.
Wonderful. Your team works unbelievably fast.
Ma'am Hannah skims through each of them with a scrutinizing eye, checking every page for any inconsistencies and errors. Despite the unamusing impression she gives off, she appears fully aware of what to look for in the process contracts like these undergoes. It is surprising, to be honest. I haven't pegged her for someone who is well versed in these things, yet here she is. She knows some of it to her husband, and he responds with the same passive interest, as if he's more than happy to leave everything to her. I can't tell if it is purely because he believes she's capable enough, doesn't care about what they're buying, or he simply finds paperwork tedious. Apparently satisfied with what she's seen, Ma'am Hannah claps her hands together before extending it to us for a shake. Rose and I release the breath we've been holding, both of us more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then?
Are you really sure about this property, ma'am? We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
Something not haunted, perhaps? Rose shoots me a warning glance that clearly says, "Don't make a scene, we're almost there."
Of course, why wouldn't I be? The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it.
Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am.
Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan after all. You know how much thought should be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, wouldn't it be better if we handle it ourselves? A personal touch of sorts. It is our housewarming party and our new home.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget...
She discreetly folds something into both our hands and winks, a finger raised to her lips demanding our silence.
I know both of you worked hard on getting us this beautiful mansion.
Bro, she gave me more money.
Did I mention we reward our people generously?
But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this.
Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
Score! She smiles sweetly like this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plan as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact.
Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you two soon so we can get this closed.
Just like that, transaction over and done with. My mind's still reeling even after they've left. Other agents would kill to have clients like them. A part of me feels lucky about the fact no lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of minds, just talk, signatures, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. The other part? A second ago, we sold a haunted property to 2 innocent clients. Sure, the commission's big. Big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization. Big enough to pay for all 4 of my young siblings' schooling. Heck, it'll keep me away from instant noon diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well once the deal has been closed. Much to my sanity's relief. But knowing that something's in there, and we gave it to the good couple despite that? Oh, Isabella, the things you do to sell a house and get money. Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have good news to tell next time I call home. The little lie I told Mama this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, there's something. So how does it feel?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Memorable is an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too. Aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
She slings an arm over my shoulders and leans in closer to my ear, as though she's about to share a big secret.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removes herself from me to answer the phone in her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in the span of a few seconds.
Today? Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client. Nothing surprising there. She's one of BRC's top agents, no matter how modest she appears. Saleswoman through and through. I, on the other hand, have very little knack for it. Of course I learned, eventually. I had to. But someone else will, without a doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunken stupor, Rose told me a story of what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young, and brimming with yet-to-be-fulfilled dreams and ambitions, she has a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further, but perhaps it's where the sense of fondness started. A small connection due to one similar experience in our respective lives, of goals we both let pass us by because of the circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark and all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows?
Oh, I think we all know.
Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
She throws a wave over her shoulder as she rushes out of the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by the chatter of a fellow agents also heading out for a much-needed break. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out, but oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. If one considers taking an instant noodle cup from my pantry packing your lunch. Time to make good on the promise I made to Becca, I suppose? Maybe invite Zach and Ash too? In the end, only Becca and Zach could come. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached. All of my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again, right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, he's lost. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. Quaint, a little old-fashioned, though looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, but we love it all the same. Much like its facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces and a row of shelves boasting an excessive collection of books cover the walls. It would have been nice to hang out here for hours on end, but even on a weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. It's strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny, but there's distance. The kind born purely out of different interests. That or Zach's simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca! Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
A waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stovies. Zach takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausages, or potatoes in it. But today's a good day, great even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting down our order looks surprised on today's meal choice. She writes it nevertheless and leaves without a comment. Becca furrows her eyebrows, her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose what's likely a string of reprimands.
Don't worry, it's my treat.
The glare she sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day. But Becca is far from being my mom. A small, sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each served our order. It isn't anything fancy. Pan-roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side, or at least that's what the daily specials board says. I never did pay any attention to it whenever I come here, since they price whatever's written way above what I'm willing to spend on food on a single day.
Oh good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey! Not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
An expected grin breaks out of my face, except...
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only raises an eyebrow at me while Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made, and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Ad starts in 10 seconds, guys, so I'm gonna pause here for a little bit and let the ads go through, and yeah, just get a quick drink, and then we'll continue after the ads are over. I wish the ads would go by fairly quickly. My notifications would help a lot, knowing when exactly the ads ended, but oh well. I didn't really get to read chat after I was immersed in reading. You milk the bull? Oh. Well, I hope you had fun, Breach. Human Alistar? Right, sure. This game is rather chilled. It is pretty chill. It's very comforting. Outside of all the horror aspects of it, it's pretty, like, you know, fluent. It's not very dragged on to watch. Maybe a few sections here or there, but it's all about the lore, you know. But it is good to read it, you know. Like I don't feel very confused about what I'm reading. Like they're not using complex language. But it does the deed. Add in over here. Yeah, for sometimes, even when I see that there's like, if in other streams when I see that, oh, like we're about to start an ad, etc, etc, and sometimes I do not get the ads, but on some channels I do get the ads. But I know some people here that watch me tend to have ads, so I just try to mind of that, and even if there's no one who's having ads, still wait for the ad break to finish, because you never know, someone still might be having an ad and they might not even have the luxury of like knowing what to expect next. But anyways, Breach, I might have some links about with you. Oh god, you guys just so obsessed with that game, huh? I'm not too much obsessed with it, but just enough to like keep on playing it. I used to get no ads, and then recently started getting them on British streams, and I was like, sad. I don't know myself. My ad blockers usually always like worked for me. Like I would never get ads even after like streamers would like let the chat know like, oh, we're about to have ads. But then recently, like a few weeks recently, I've been having plenty of them, like on every stream I go to. Whether it's pre-running ads, like every time you join a stream, or it's like generally when they're pre-running ads at certain points. And I was so confused because I thought, like, wait, I'm on mobile, so UpDog is not an option. Oh yeah, true. For some reason, I don't get any ads when I'm on phone. But for the browser or on PC, that's when I do get them from time to time. Alright, we got 1 more minute until the ads are over. So far, the story is taking its pretty decent tone. I think so far we've made pretty decent decisions. Not much else to say. Drink. I already took a sip, don't you worry. I'm gonna piss myself if I keep drinking anymore. I shan't drink anymore. I could use a drink right now. Something to gulp down the anxiety for tomorrow. Oh, speaking of, I didn't really tell you guys what happened when... Remember when I told some of you last week that I submitted my portfolio for grade because it was midterm? We pretty much placed all of our sketches in a folder of sketches on the table for random people to just come in, like an exhibition, and then just view it and rate or grade our work, like from 1 to 5. So I got a mark yesterday on it. The professor just came up to me and said, oh, let's go to the 3rd floor. I need to like physically like show you as an example as I'm commenting on it. So as we're waiting in the elevator going upwards, he told me that, well, your classmates gave you like a very high score. It was like a 3.9. No, wait. I believe a 3.9 out of 5. So that was like an average grade. So that's technically almost like 90%, you know? So I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. But the downside of it all was that... Wait, what? What happened? I didn't click anything. What? It automatically just clicked. Okay, never mind. There was a choice there anyways. Sadly, I can't go back. Anyways, so what was I saying? The professor told me, okay, but there was also those other professors also grading apart from students. And they're from like other faculties like arts, architecture, and basically I was just like being told that they were like he didn't tell me the exact average number of how much they've graded me, but he pretty much just summed it up saying that you have such a unique style for your own, but it's not exactly what they were personally like looking for. Because they, as an artist and like architectures, they're looking for that real defined objected like sketch of an object, like with all the shadings, like with lighter parts, like everything has to be like completely structured. That's like what they rate as a higher grade. And he basically told me that your style, I can see it something being like in creation of like video games, like figures or something, something entirely like an animation, something along those lines. And I told him, funny you should say that because that is the major that I'm going through. But to top it all off, he basically told me you're either gonna get original mark based on everything that's been calculated. My mark would have been 6.09 out of 10. So the passing grade is 5 out of 10. So my mark can be a 6 or a 7. And I know what you guys is thinking. 6, 7. I know you guys are thinking about that meme. I'm genuinely not trying to make it about that. But basically, why it could be a 7 is because he said that compared to all the other students, I'm the one who has like the most sketches presented on this table, and because I've been active in classes, or at least participating in every class that's been happening for this past semester, the half of the semester, he decided that because of how much I'm dedicated to like getting better at doing the sketches, he decided to give me a +1 to my mark. And he basically told me now, you can either take a 6 right now, have this grade a 6, and then take the +1 for your final exam, because we're going to have an oral exam that will require us to like go to him. He's going to give us an object or something to quickly sketch in like 20 minutes or so. And it's going to be like an oral presentation, and I'm going to get a +1 on it if I take the 6 right now. Or I can take a 7 right now, and then if a similar situation happens like right now during the exam, he won't add the +1. And so he told me that the final grade, the examination grade, is worth like 40 or 30% of your overall grade, of your overall mark. So I basically told him that, you know what, I'm going to take a 6 right now, and I'll take the +1 for the exam. That's fine and all. I'm okay with the grade. Like, at that given moment when he told me, like, the overall grade, what it was, I was okay with it, but then later on, I was, like, thinking to myself, what kind of, like, where's the logic in how all of this is being graded? Why is, like, majority of the percentage of this grade that I just got, why is it influenced by what random people, completely who don't know me, random people who are obviously like from higher faculties like in arts and architectural faculties, who are coming in and looking at like what works people do here, students, like why are they the ones who are determining the larger score of what my grade is, when I am just a student who's only started holding the pencil for longer than 10 minutes to sketch something at the beginning of the semester. Like, it's been only like 2 months. And obviously I'm not gonna have like a huge ass improvement to meet the standards of those art professors, you know? Like, where's the logic in that? Why are they the ones determining my grade right now? And because of their low grade that they overall gave me, it really damaged my current grade. You know what I mean? So with a grade like 6, I can't even get a scholarship. Like, obviously I'm not going to get one, but it kind of just ruins down the motivation for the student to actually continue learning and going with their own style, you know? It's a little bit demoralizing. So it is a little bit weird. Like, why isn't my professor the one who's grading everything? Because it is his class, so like he should be the one to determine the final grade. But no, he's basing this off of calculations of what other people have voted. And I'm just like, hello, what? Really? And so I was fine with that, but then I come back home and one of my friends, they're by the way like a great friend, and they were the one who helped me build this current PC. They were also being graded, but to give a quick TLDR, the professor basically told them, are you sure that you're worth this grade? He basically asked them that question because I'm gonna just refer to her as she. The professor said that she draws so well that he can determine whether it's her work or not. He told her straight into her face like that. And he's the type of professor that's like against digital art. He wants it all on basic paper. He wants it on modern art. They thought she's cheated. Something probably like that. Maybe he thought that like, oh, she doesn't have her own style. Maybe she did the work and he wasn't convinced that this is her work, like it was actually that good. And like I said, he's against digital arts. And when she told him that she actually like does sketches like for the past few years, like creating and just drawing on her tablet, you know, he was like against that or something. Like that's the impression I got. And so after I read it, I was like, what the fuck, dude? You have the balls to like tell a student like you are too good for your own kind and you think you are worth this grade? She was so annoyed at it. And I mean, after hearing that, I just kind of lost more respect for my professor. Because that shit is just demoralizing. Like, you don't say that to someone and accuse them. Who is he? Is he an eye checker or something? Has the AI art gone to the brain of so many people that it can distinguish in real life if the art is digital or not? Made on paper? What's his name? I just want to chat. All I can say is that he's not Lithuanian. He's Italian. That's all I can say. And I just don't know. Like, he's just the type of professor that's like, everyone's just so fed up sometimes with the way he's teaching. Like, he isn't the type to like be very annoying, but he's very kind, like, per se. But when he's explaining or commenting about someone's work, like, even when he like ask someone to like look at my example, for example, right? And I just don't know whether he's criticizing my work or praising it. That's what I don't get. Belittle people, like, that's the thing. I don't even think he realizes it that he's doing, because he cracks a lot of jokes, and like, he has this humor with him. Half the time we don't really understand what he means. We just like giggle, like, or smile and like nod, like, yep, I totally understand you. But there are times when he genuinely, like, when you want to ask for feedback, like, what did I do wrong? Am I doing this correctly? Like, I get so confused, even when he tries to explain it. I tried to, like, directly ask him, so is this good or not? He told me an answer like, yes, this is good, like, okay. But still, after that, the after comment is just being something like, well, maybe not exactly 100%. Like, it's confusing. Like, and when I just heard him treat her like this, I just felt so bad for her, and I just ended up trying to encourage her to, like, you don't fucking listen to him, because her art is genuinely so beautiful. Like, I look at her art and I can genuinely tell that's her work. Like, she put so much effort into the sketches that she did, and it just gets like belittled down. Do you think you're worth of this grade? Isn't this a too high of a grade for you? Bitch, what do you mean? Are you sure you're worth your grade? Yeah, like, what the fuck? You don't ask that to anyone. You do not ask a student that question. That is just despicable. So yeah, we have to still move on forward with him for at least until the end of the year. And basically, to top it all off, I can't take all of my sketches on Portfolio back home. It needs to be staying there until throughout the whole December, even though he promised us that we're only going to have those sketches up there for like a week or two. But now, because there are some people from Germany coming over to like look over like some stuff and like important people, just meetings, and they're obviously also gonna look at our art. He even made like a fucking poster to see like, oh, go to this floor and you'll see the fine like sketches of students, yada yada yada, and it's our work. And I'm just like, bruh, we don't want people to see our garbage sketches. Like, we all think that our sketches aren't good, because we genuinely are like starting, and we're just very touchy on the fact that we're showcasing our poor sketches. Like, we think that we have making poor sketches. Anyway, just flabbergasted is all. But at least I got that grade and I'm fine with it. And now I'm just thinking to myself, whoever told me that this is a very chill module? Like, I had plenty of other modules I could choose from, and I chose this garbanzo because I thought it would genuinely help me to make me feel better at art. But all I'm getting right now is more questions and confusion with every day that passes by. And I'm just like, ugh. I have words for that statement while refraining for the good of your chat. Oh, Lucens, if only you could. I hate mean teachers. They supposedly to be better people. Yeah, it's also not something that I never really come across. I only have like 1 or 2 professors in my livelihood that I came across that were generally like mean people that didn't want you to pass along with. But with a teacher like this who just is just a meanie behind a mask, is just what the fuck. Listen, I hate certain types of people and I'm not sober, which is a bad combo. Yeah, but you seemingly are able to type pretty well for someone that is not sober. Anyways, enough chit-chatting about the arts. I'm sorry about moving away from the game. Just thought I should get it out there because I wanted to talk about it on stream, but I just kind of forgot as soon as I started. Anyways, we got into a choice. My instant noodle days are over. Ash is not here, so we should celebrate. So basically I'm telling them that I got the money and that's it. I don't want to be a little bit rude about Ash, I think. I want to be on good terms with everyone. Fuck Ash. Mostly because if I said shit, I'd rather get my eyes done and I'd rather not. Well, yeah, don't push your luck. Literally. I know you hate Ash Busalo, but I'm trying to be nice with everyone, so I think I'm gonna go with the first choice.
Okay, let me do that again.
Hey, everyone's going with plus. Let's go.
Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, their expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yep.
Which house is this? In Anselm Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
She lets out a hum. Although she's nodding, she gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we wouldn't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, Becca. Am I not your best friend or what?
You don't believe me?
The words stumbled out of my mouth before I could stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat, and judging from the looks on their faces, it seems they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you, but don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment, and now, all of a sudden, you have something. What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressured me into it, more like. But I'm not going to tell Becca about that, knowing her should only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle. Well, there's you.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
I begin to gather their plates to my side, the food and age still untouched. A laugh almost escapes my mouth with the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Becca's hand interrupts me just as about to pull her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding! Don't go all pouty on me again! I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allow myself to smile, genuine and uninhibited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even those who have known you long enough. but today things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playful job there, but most of it is spent on catching up and telling stories about whatever's keeping up busy these days. Oh, did I miss something? I already forgot. Oh, never mind. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea bass we ate? Zach, though, appears less energetic. While he's far from being the life of a party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Well, of course she did.
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
A pained expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man's look is enough of an answer to her. I look between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her motions unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it has always been better to wait, let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although with her explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a shift of his shoulders, gesturing for her to go on with the tilt of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca!
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
From how her tone rises in anger, it seems like she's the one slighted and not Zach. A snicker escapes me, which I promptly stamp down on as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say. If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something.
Aw, I'm off to bed now. Keep the narrating, Dev. I catch up the story later. Alright, Busalo, have a good rest. Have a good cheapie.
If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
My palm strikes the table, sending the tableware on top clinking against each other. I didn't even notice when I rose from my seat. But here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher would at an unruly student. Becca's probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there are some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. He of all people should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
An amused gleam is in her eyes when I turn to her. What does she find so entertaining here? Help me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I haven't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know. After all,
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
A burst of laughter comes from Zach.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all, only a poor imitation of a puppy dog eyes, if you call it this one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. Once night ain't for another week.
And that's all the answer I need from him. As sentimental as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path that you've walked. It's not like it's over for me, though. I still have time. I can still come back. Do my own thing, do what I really wanted. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states that as if it already explains everything. Then out of the blue, she launches a long rant about the awful state of Luxborn's streets. All of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet, if only to avoid becoming the next object of her frustration. She's similar to Becca in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she has finally run out of things to complain about and stops, what she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a quick mumbled plea for me to meet the ride's interior designer in her stead, and then...
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
Classic Rose, she ends the call without even asking for my input. The sky is cloudless, and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we leave the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood or make them vulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff members going AWOL lately, not to mention my boss's murkular moves. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes about the unpredictable weather, though, the streets of Luxborn remain constantly busy. The hurry tapping of shoes against the pavement and inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd fill the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of the things we still have to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to Briar reality for me. Zach to a meeting with a magazine publisher featuring luxury house, and Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. But more than once I catch her sneaking a longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her for this Christmas. I turn my head at the last shop she checked out. A fleeting glimpse. The world stills. She looks at me. Eyes hollow, gaze piercing, and boring into my very soul like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. There are no shadows or whispers this time. Only a plea. A hum, low and distinct, compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. Help me. I don't dare move. My heart hammers against my ribs, each beat, every thump screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All of my limbs feel heavy, while my own breathing strains in the face of her calls. Help me.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin wide and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest forces me to take a tentative step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wounds on her arm and her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after I got what I want from Papa.
Oh no, stop. Leave me alone.
Her face contorts as she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving. Rage. There's only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Before I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse from the screams I didn't even notice already coming out of my mouth. The back of my feet catches on a loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me out of the haze blurring my mind. For a little while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Becca's face swims into my vision. A look of concern is on her face, and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zach appears beside himself, with worry while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against the small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. Yet the floor-beating feeling hasn't left me. My hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground, my weakened limbs relying solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its home at the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up anything to get the wretched sensation out.
You were screaming! Zach, call someone!
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt to smile to put her at ease, but it likely comes off as a grimace. Gently, I pushed her hands off my shoulders. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Away. The humidity is stifling, everyone's stares are unnerving, and Becca and Zach's concerns are suffocating. I don't want to be here. No more. I break into a run. I wish I hadn't left this morning. Here, with only the occasional drips of water on the sink and the whirring of the fan blades to keep me company, it's easy to fall into a cycle of negative thinking. But even with the clutter to keep me company, the room still feels a whole lot bigger than usual. I hug my knees closer as a group passes by outside. Loud. So loud. If only there was a way to tune everything out to keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Her screams, her awkward gait as she reaches for me, her bone-chilling smile, her pleas for... Enough. That's enough. A shiver passes over me, though it's not from the hair still hanging damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the room from the windows that I've left wide open. My gaze shifts over the letter sitting on the coffee table. Its edges flutter, innocuously, as the wind touches it. Funny how an ordinary-looking piece of paper can bring this much trouble. The impulse to show it away or rip it to pieces is still there. I can easily do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What about those people who have already seen it? Will they be okay? This uncertainty gnaws at me. Knowing that she's real and might also go after the people I care about. I just wish someone would listen. Believe me. The abrupt break-in, the silence nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Blindly, I fish out my phone from under the mess of papers and cushions, where I've carelessly thrown it before taking a shower hours ago. Zach's name flashes brightly on the screen. Is he calling because of this afternoon? Frankly, it's the last thing I want to discuss, but I did leave the two of them there without saying anything. Knowing Zach, I bet he's worried.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I pause. I don't recall making plans with Zach for the weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies? The, priest? For the blessing? Does it ring a bell?
Oh, right. I did say that, but I didn't think he'd actually go through the trouble, especially after what happened with his film. Sometimes I forget how kind Zach can be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy, so tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zach.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with, and, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried. But I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden and you're not answering any of our calls.
He's trying to get me to talk. Normally I tell him I'm fine, say a few simple reassurances to put their minds at ease. Now, nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately changes the subject.
Anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burnt soup.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand...
Oh, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed! Really need to get going. Bye, Bella!
He hangs up before I can thank him. The busy tone, though, muffled, echoes through the receiver. No one is saying this will work. Even I am doubtful it will. But right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. Sleep comes easier tonight. And for the first time in a long time, I dream. Of clear skies, of unrestrained laughter from children playing in the streets, and of small, cramped dwellings. To an outsider, the sight does not paint a pretty picture. However, this is home to me. Alright, we're on a Sunday. And I think this is where I think I'm going to call it here for today. Because I did say that I was going to only play... my sessions of this game will probably going to be like reading 2 days. Anytime that I get through, because they are actually pretty long segments. And it's already been like almost 4 hours or so. So I think I'm going to call it here for today. I hope you guys loved listening, me reading, and I hope you enjoy the story so far and are interested to know a little bit more about it. If you want, you can download this demo for free on Steam. I believe it should be free demo on Steam for just the Isabel's chapter to read through it if you want. However, the rest of the chapters with different characters is paid, so just an FYI on that. I don't know when exactly I'll continue reading this. I was first thinking of doing it like a weekly thing, once a week, maybe like every Wednesday when I have more time. But if I won't have any other plans for like other streams, maybe I can also squeeze it in on the weekends. But we'll see. I guess when the mood sets in. Apart from that, I hope you guys enjoyed the read. I'll make sure to save this part over here so we can continue on it for next time. I'm not gonna read it into anyone today. I'm just gonna let everyone disperse. So thank you everyone who stayed by and all the lurkers in chat. If you've been silently observing or listening in or watching as well. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, evening, afternoon, or morning, whatever time zone that you're at. Make sure to take care of yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. So, take care everyone, and peace out.